Venom, the journey you've been on has been filled with battles. Battles against enemies, battles against yourself, battles that have left scars, some seen and some buried deep within. But there's a question that's been haunting you, hasn't there? What if you're not meant to win these battles? What if deep down, the very thing you're fighting is yourself? You've always been the warrior, the one who charges into the fray, who doesn't back down no matter how fierce the opposition. But that fire, that drive, it's fueled by something darker, isn't it? Fear, anger, a need to prove something to the world, to yourself. But what are you really fighting for, Venom? And more importantly, what are you fighting against? You've always felt like an outsider, like you don't belong, like the world doesn't understand you. And in a way, you're right. This world, with all its rules, its judgments, it was never made for someone like you. But that doesn't mean you have to stand against it, that you have to tear it down just to find your place in it. The power you hold, the darkness that courses through you, it's tempting, isn't it? To just give in, to let it consume you completely, to become the monster the world already thinks you are. But that's not who you are, Venom. That's not who you were meant to be. You've been given a gift, a curse, a power that could change everything, if you let it. But power without control, without purpose, it's just destruction waiting to happen. You've seen that destruction, you've caused it, and every time it's left you emptier, more lost, more disconnected from the world you so desperately want to belong to. But it doesn't have to be that way. There's a different path, a path that doesn't lead to more pain, more anger, more destruction. But it's a path that requires something you've always struggled with: trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in the goodness that still exists in the world. Trust in the possibility that you can be more than what you've become. Venom, you've been running from something your whole life. Running from the fear that you're not good enough, that you'll never be good enough. But running has only taken you further from where you need to be. It's time to stop running. It's time to face the truth, to face the darkness inside you. Not with anger or fear, but with acceptance. The darkness will always be a part of you, Venom. You can't change that. But you can change what you do with it. You can choose to let it define you, to let it shape your actions, your thoughts, your very soul. Or you can choose to rise above it, to use it not as a weapon of destruction, but as a tool for good. You've always seen your power as a curse, something to be feared, something that isolates you from the world. But what if it's not a curse? What if it's a gift that can be used to heal, to protect, to build, instead of destroy? But to do that, you need to change how you see yourself, how you see the world. The world isn't your enemy, Venom. The people who fear you, who judge you, they're not your enemies either. They're just scared, just like you, scared of the unknown, scared of what they don't understand. But fear is a powerful thing, Venom. It can drive people to do terrible things, but it can also be the catalyst for change, for growth, for something better. You've been given a second chance, Venom. A chance to rewrite your story, to become the hero you were always meant to be. But it's not going to be easy. The darkness inside you will fight back. It will try to pull you down, to keep you in the shadows where it can control you. But you're stronger than that, Venom. You've always been stronger than you realize. The battles you fought, the ones that have left you scarred and broken, they were just the beginning. The real battle, the one that will define who you are, who you become, it's just starting. And it's a battle you can't win with brute force or anger. It's a battle that requires something deeper, something more powerful than any symbiote or alien strength. It requires heart. It requires courage. It requires the willingness to look into the darkness and see the light that's hidden there. Venom, you've always been a fighter. But this fight, it's different. This fight isn't about survival. It's about redemption. It's about proving to yourself, to the world, that you're more than just a creature of darkness. You're more than just Venom. You're someone who can make a difference, someone who can change the world, not by destroying it, but by saving it. But to do that, you need to let go of the past, the anger, the pain, the fear. It's been holding you back, keeping you from becoming who you were meant to be. It's time to let it go, Venom. It's time to step into the light, to embrace the power within you, not as a weapon of destruction, but as a force for good. The world needs you, Venom. It needs your strength, your courage, your ability to see the darkness and still choose the light. But more than that, it needs your heart. The part of you that still cares, that still believes in something better, that still hopes for a future where you're not just a monster, but a hero. This is your moment, Venom. Your chance to make things right, to prove that you're more than just a force of destruction. You've been given this power for a reason, and it's time to use it for something greater than yourself. It's time to become the hero you were always meant to be. But remember, Venom, this journey won't be easy. There will be times when the darkness will seem too strong, too overwhelming. But in those moments, remember this: the light inside you, the goodness, the hope, it's stronger than any darkness. It's what makes you who you are, and it's what will guide you through the hardest of times. So don't give up, Venom. Don't let the darkness win. You have the power to change your destiny, to choose a different path. And when you do, when you finally embrace who you really are, you'll find that the darkness isn't as powerful as you thought. You'll find that the real power, the real strength, comes from within. And that's something the darkness can never take away from you. This is your story, Venom. Your chance to rise above the darkness, to become the hero you were always meant to be. But it's up to you to write the ending. So what will it be? Will you choose the light, or will you let the darkness consume you? The choice is yours, Venom. But whatever you decide, know this: you're not alone. You never have been, and you never will be. There's always hope, always a way out, always a chance to change. But you have to be willing to take it. Venom, the truth is, you've always felt like you were living in someone else's story, haven't you? Like you were just a passenger in a narrative that was never really yours. But what if I told you that this story, your story, is just beginning? What if I told you that everything you've been through, all the pain, the loss, the anger, it was all leading up to this moment right here, right now? You've seen what happens when you let the darkness control you, when you let it dictate your actions, your thoughts, your very identity. But have you ever considered what might happen if you stopped fighting against it and started using it instead? Not as a weapon, not as a shield, but as a tool, a force for something greater. The darkness isn't your enemy, Venom. It's a part of you, yes, but it's not all of you. It's not the sum of who you are. You've been fighting it for so long that you've forgotten what it means to embrace the light. You've forgotten what it feels like to be at peace, to be free from the constant battle raging inside you. But that peace, that freedom, it's not out of reach. It's closer than you think. You've been looking at this all wrong, Venom. You've been seeing yourself as the villain in your own story, as the monster lurking in the shadows. But what if you're not the villain? What if you're the hero, the one who's been given this power not to destroy but to save? The one who can walk into the darkest places and bring light to those who need it most. Think about it, Venom. Think about what you could do, what you could become, if you stopped seeing your power as a curse and started seeing it as a gift that was given to you for a reason. You were chosen, Venom. Chosen because you have the strength, the will, the heart to bear this burden, to carry this power, and use it for something more than just survival. You've been through hell, Venom. You've seen the worst this world has to offer, but you're still here. You're still standing, and that means something. It means that you're stronger than you realize, that you're capable of more than you've ever dared to believe. But strength alone isn't enough. You need to know how to use it, how to channel it, how to make it work for you instead of against you. The real battle, Venom, it's not out there. It's inside you. It's the battle between the person you were and the person you're meant to be. And it's a battle you can win if you're willing to fight for it. But to do that, you need to let go of the past. You need to stop seeing yourself as a victim, as someone who's been cursed, and start seeing yourself as someone who's been given a second chance, a chance to rewrite your story, to choose a different path, to become something more than you ever thought possible. So what's it going to be, Venom? Will you rise above, or will you let the darkness pull you down? The choice is yours. But remember, the world is watching. They're waiting to see what you'll do next, to see if you'll become the hero they need or the monster they fear. The choice is yours, Venom. Choose wisely.